Welcome to the track talk through of Road Atlanta for the Duff Beer Racing LeMons race. I've got some footage from the Miata we'll use to check out the major features of the track. Also want to start with some track themes. One, the track width. Your straights and some of your turns, there's plenty of room. Easy to pass, or in our case, let people pass, and manage traffic. There's a couple areas that are tight, like the S's, but for the most part, a good track for passing. Next, we're going to talk about carrying speed. Pretty much all the turns at Road Atlanta are faster than you think. So it's a good opportunity to carry speed. Just maintain pace. It's easier on the car than braking and trying to speed up again. So think about how you can carry speed and maintain a good pace. Next, we're going to talk about saving the brakes. The track is long. It's got some long straights. It's got some downhill runs. So Smokey is probably going to be going faster than it's ever gone on a racetrack before. And with that, we want to save the brakes. It's a heavy car. They're regular street pads. So a lot of early lifting and carrying speed are ways you can save the brakes, because they will overheat at Road Atlanta if you abuse them. So think about when you can lift, bleed off some speed, not use them as much. And lastly, be careful. So Road Atlanta is a fast course surrounded by concrete. So obviously you want to be careful there, but also be careful with the equipment. Again, probably going to be hitting speeds on a racetrack that Smokey has never hit. So how hard you lean on the suspension, how much you use up the tires, brakes, and the equipment is going to be accelerated. So take care of the equipment and help make the car and all the consumables make it to the end of the race. All right, so let's start with the lap. All right, coming through turn 12 onto the front straight. We'll cover turn 12 at the end of this. And down the front straight towards turn 1. As the wall on the left ends, that's going to be your lift point or braking zone to get ready for turn 1. And you can see just past the wall, that paved area, that's the entrance road onto the track. So people coming in from the pits are going to enter down that road onto the outside section of turn 1. All right, your turn-in point is really going to be as the asphalt on the left edge starts to turn in for turn 1. And you're going to look in towards the corner worker station, and your apex is going to be past that, the curbing past that on the inside edge of turn 1. Turn 1 starts off flat, and so you'll go in and you might feel like you don't have enough grip, but then it sharply rises uphill and you'll get more grip. So you can enter turn 1 pretty aggressive, and just when you think it's going to slide, you're going to catch the grip going uphill. As you exit turn 1, you're going to look uphill, and you can see there's 2 clumps of trees on either side of the road, and there's a Mustang in the middle. Right where that Mustang is, there's actually a light post. You can't see it in this shot because of the white balance, but it's there, and you'll see it when it's there. And as we get closer, you'll see it. But just aim for the light post as you go uphill. When you get to the top of the hill, the track is going to bend left for turn 2. You're going to move to the left all the way against the curbing, and as that curbing ends, you're going to turn into the right and go over the inside curbing on the right side for turn 3. You're going to hit that curbing and kind of bounce, and it's going to unsettle the car a little bit, but it'll also help turn the car. And as you exit turn 3, you're going to kind of slide and track all the way out full track left. So in, over the curbing, bump, all the way out to the left. Now stay left, and as the curbing on the left side ends, dive into the S's. Off to the right edge, and back to the left edge. Okay, at this point in the S's, you want to hang left just a little longer than you think you need to. What it's going to do is when you get to the top of the hill, which is turn 5, it's going to straighten you out and give you a better entrance to turn 5. And then you can track way out wide and carry more speed. The Mustang in front of me is going to take a more shallow angle, and I'm going to kick its ass. So a quick note about the curbing at Road Atlanta. As you can see, I exit turn 5 way up past the curbing onto a concrete section. Totally the right way to do it, unless it's raining. When it's raining, all the curbing is painted and it's all slick as ice. Stay off. That said, when it's dry, Some of the curbing, like here and at the exit of 7, can be really useful. Some of the curbing is a little bit domed or curved and can upset the car. So pay attention as you're driving where you want to be. As we head into 6, there are white painted lines marking the braking zone going in. They're a little hard to see with the shading in this video. You'll see them fine on track. You're going to dive into the right. It is a banked turn. You can carry plenty of speed and go very fast here. As you exit, you need to immediately be ready for 7, the slowest turn on the track. As soon as you track out of 6, you need to be ready for 7. You're going to have to start slowing down. It is a little hard to see the apex. Actually, you can't see the apex. So you're going to dive in hard, make that apex, get on throttle early, maintain that all the way to a real wide track out, and that'll give you some decent speed to carry down the back straight. All right, the back straight at Road Atlanta. It's really long and you'll be the slowest thing out there. So get out of the way. Great chance to let all the traffic by and give yourself some clear track going into 10 A and B down at the end of this hill. All right, some quick notes about 10 A and B. The entrance is very steep downhill. It does have braking signs as well as lines on the track to mark the braking zone. And then at the end of the braking zone, it actually flattens out and slants a little uphill. So do your throttle lift early and use that downhill area to coast to slow down, and then get on the brakes a little later as you get closer to the turn. This is actually a pretty quick turn, and you want to turn in a little early and be aggressive over the curbing, and you want to exit about mid-track from 10A, and that'll set you up for 10B. So, because if you track all the way out, you're going to mess up 10B. So 10A quick, exit mid-track, and then dive into 10B, and you want to carry speed because it's uphill, and Smokey won't be able to accelerate. All right, as you exit 10B and aim uphill, you're going to look on the underside of that bridge, or the 3 colored blocks. Aim for the red or the yellow block so that as you go over the hill, you'll wind up aimed correctly into 12. All right, turn 12. You're going to get to the left and stay left until that darker patch of asphalt on the left ends, and that's where your turn-in is. Apex on the inside curbing and track all the way out just past the start finish, and that's a lap. And here's one more lap, this time without the voiceover, so you can get used to the visual cues at pace.